Hey there, my rebels. Welcome back to my channel. I am TaEisha McGinnis and I'm bringing you another video. Today I completed this simple kind of everyday makeup look. It's great for a simple glam, it's appropriate for a professional setting, and it's easy for beginners. I added all of the products that I'm using into the video so that you can follow along. I did speed this video up a bit so that I can fit in a lot of footage. But overall, I hope this is very helpful for you guys. So I recently purchased the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Vault palette. I purchased two of them, Ring the Alarm and Dark Magic. But I'm using the Ring the Alarm palette today. I do recommend this palette for anybody. If you're a beginner, if you've been doing this for a while, I recommend this palette. It has a lot of colors that you can work with. The one con that I have about this palette is that there is a lot of fallout. Like when you dip your brush into one of the colors to pick up some of the product, so much of it gets all around the actual palette itself and creates it, and now your palette is a little dirty, and I don't like that since it's brand new. But for the most part of it, I do enjoy this palette a lot. I've been doing a few looks with it here and there to test it out to see what I like about it and how it works, and so far I have nothing but good things to say about it. The colors are easily usable, they blend together well. It's not patchy like their first debut was, so I am liking it. I do recommend this palette for almost anybody, like if you've been doing this for a while or if you are a beginner. It's perfect for simple everyday looks like this one that I'm doing here today, but also for more of your experience kind of looks like cut creases and things like that, because it has colors in there that are very similar to one another, which will give you that awesome gradient effect that you will be going for when you are building up your crease before you cut it. And so in here there are a few shades that are very similar to one another that can help you with any transition and any look that you're doing. So far it's become one of my go-tos simply for my transition and my crease looks because of how similar the colors are to be able to build it up. It's not a large palette to where you have to look around to kind of pick and choose what color you think may work. It's very small, very compact. You can easily see which colors work well with each other. So I recommend it. If you're in the market or you just want to try out this palette, it's $15. And yeah, give it a shot. See how you like it. So all you see me doing here is spraying a little bit of the MAC Fix Plus onto my brush that had my shimmer shade on it. All it does is give that shade a little bit more of a pop. It just accentuates like the shimmer within that color. If you can always add on your color without doing this, but this just highlights a little bit more of the sparkle that's within that shimmer shade. It's kind of the same technique used whenever you're adding on your highlighter around your cheekbones, but you'll see me do that when we get to that point. So you just kind of want to look at your work as you go along. As for me, whenever I smile, I tend to lose a lot of like my lid space. And so I try to smile as I'm going throughout and to see if I'm losing any of the colors that I had in. So you just want to go back in and check your work and see if you were losing any bit of that colors that you had. And I like to bring mine down on top of my lid to kind of create that outer V to give more dimension to my eyes. So that's what you saw me doing there. I was sent this Lancome stick foundation as well as the concealer to test out to see, you know, if I liked it or not and give my opinions on it. And so far, so good. I really do like this Lancome stick foundation. I have a bad kind of history with stick foundations or creams or anything like that. They don't really tend to work well with me, but this one by far is the best stick foundation that I have used for all over my face. Yeah, this as well as the concealer, when you put it on, it doesn't move, it doesn't glide all around your face, it doesn't move throughout the day. It's where it is, it's where you put it, it acts like it's supposed to act, and that's what I like about this. One of the it's not really a con, but one of the cons for the concealer is that whenever you apply it, it does give your whole face a bit of a shimmer or glow. Like you can see here, I'm way more, I don't know if it makes you look oily or gives you kind of like that dewy look, but as soon as you set on your setting powder or your overall face powder, that completely goes away. So this is not the look that you like. If you don't like the dewy look, you like the matte look, once you put on your powder, it goes away. And you don't even have to bake with the powder, because I'm not a fan of baking, and that look completely goes away. But a pro about this concealer is that it is very, very thick, you guys. Like once you put this, is not moving at all once you put this on. As you can see here, it's a very kind of neutral or natural colored concealer. It's not too many shades brighter than my skin, and that was kind of the point, I think, when they sent it to me, to give an overall natural kind of look, a natural highlight. And if you don't like this look, or that's not what you're going for today, you can always add another concealer on top of that. It is easily buildable. But as I said, this concealer is very thick. As I was patting it into my skin, I could hear that kind of tacky sound, that to the tackiness of it. So that made me excited to know that it wouldn't move around. But like I said, it was a more natural color for me, and I did want to go a little bit brighter. So I went ahead and added on my LA Girl concealer in the color Fawn on top of this. And this product, some products, whatever you add a different product from a different brand, are not even as high end as they don't work well together. Sometimes if you're adding something on top of it, it doesn't blend out as much, or it causes it to dry down very quickly, or it causes creasing or crackling of either one of the products. I had none of those problems using these two together. The Lancome and the LA Girl, they blended in very well together and gave me that look that I was going for. So you guys, I've been hearing everybody talk about this Sacha Buttercup. Everybody's been telling me I need to buy and use the Sacha Buttercup. My cousin was getting on me about this Sacha Buttercup, so I bought it, y'all. I gave in, I bought it, I tried it. It's just not working out for me the way it seems to be working out for everybody else. Like here in this video, when you see me using it, I use about the same amount of product every single time. I do not bake. And here it gave me the look that I desired, the look that I wanted. But recently when I've been using it, it just kind of makes everything more yellow. Like it is a very yellow powder, but it kind of just, here it didn't change the color of my makeup too much, or if at all. So it was a perfect kind of powder for me. I had absolutely no problems with it. But recently it's been changing my entire look up, making everything way more yellow than I like it to be. More powdery on the skin and doesn't sink in as well to give me that skin-like finish that I like. So I don't know, you guys. I'm going to keep on trying it out. Maybe I'll do another video so you can see what I'm talking about. I don't know if the product itself is oxidizing, because, you know, once you open up the product, all the air around you gets into it. And from that point on is when it starts to expire. per the expiration date that you have. And no way, shape, or form am I saying that it's expired already. At least I don't think so, unless I got a bad batch or something. But it is a different kind of consistency. It's giving me a different color than it did when I initially got it. And it's only been maybe like a month or so, you guys. It's not performing the way it was in the beginning. But I'm going to keep on trying it out, see if I find any of the tweaks or hacks around it. I'm sure other people have had this problem, so maybe I'll check YouTube to see what they've been going through and how they changed that. But yeah, that's what I'm encountering with it. It's not really working out that well for me. So I do love to powder contour my nose. I don't contour with creams or sticks or anything like that, or liquids. Well, sometimes I do, but I do prefer to powder contour my nose. I feel like it gives me a better look, a more seamless look. And as you'll see, I just kind of go over that highlight in the middle with my brush to further blend it out if I think that highlight is too bright, or just to blend it out so I don't see those 3 lines on my nose. I can't stand seeing that on people. So I just go the next step to make sure mine is extra blended. So I'm just knocking off some of the powder and going back in with that Sacha Buttercup, just a tad bit underneath my eye to make that a little bit more yellow. Put in a whole bunch, gotta blend that out. And I'm going underneath my contour area to clean that up and give me like a sharper cut. And like I said, I don't like to bake, and so I'm just going to go ahead and dust that off, especially on the lower parts of my face, because I don't want that to change in color too much or at all. And I'll go ahead and dust the rest of my face. And sometimes, I can't remember if I did this time, but sometimes I go in with whatever overall face powder I'm going to use, and I add that on the brush as I'm dusting off the setting powder. So while my face is still a little wet from that Fix Plus setting spray, I'm going to go in with my highlighter shade that I'm using today. I'm just going to add that to the top of my cheeks to give me more of a pop on my highlight. I don't want it to be too much. I'm only using 1 highlight today because, like I said, after this I had some headshots to go and take, and I didn't want that to show up too much on the camera. And I'm just going to go ahead and buff that out to get it to be more blended. Like I said, I wanted it to be a little bit more muted because I was taking some professional headshots for my business cards, because I am a realtor. And guys, this eyeliner pen has to be one of my best finds yet. Like, I got this off of wish.com for maybe 10 cents, and something told me to get 2 of them, and I'm so happy that I did. This thing is so precise, it's easy to move, it's easy to manage. It doesn't get too out of hand. You know, sometimes when you're using one of those eyeliners with a felt tip pen where the top detaches, and it can just become too much, and now your wing is just bigger and bigger and bigger. I don't really have that problem with this pen, And on the other side of it, I haven't used this side, but the other side, it has a stamp. It's like a stamp for your wing, where you can just stamp that there, and I guess you fill it in. It should make it easier for you to be able to do a wing liner. I haven't tried it. Maybe I'll try it in one of these videos. But I'm just loving the amount of control that I can have with this pen, and how dark the eyeliner liquid is, how precise the tip of the brush is, how thin it gets to the tip of the brush, so I can just easily flick out the corners and give myself a winged eyeliner. I'm in love. This is it for me, probably, until I find something else that's better. I'm loving it. I'm so happy I got two. But in this, for this look, I'm not going to be doing a wing eyeliner. That's kind of my like go-to thing. I always do a wing eyeliner, but I'm not doing it this time, because I will be adding lashes, and I just wanted to keep it a little bit more subtle. And this is one of my tricks whenever I mess up with my eyeliner. Sometimes, if you don't mess up too bad, you should wait for it to dry, but I can just go back in with whatever eyeshadow shade I had on my lid and clean that up a little bit. Sorry that I keep going out of view, you guys. I'm having to get all up in that mirror to see exactly what is happening with my bottom lash line, to make sure that it's blended and it's not coming down too far onto my my cheeks or onto my highlighted areas. But yeah, that's what I was doing. Was you couldn't see if I was out of frame. And then yeah, you can just go back in and touch up in your crease or anywhere in your eyeshadow or on your face that you feel like you need to complete your face look. And then I'm just gonna line my lips and pop on my favorite nude liquid lipstick from NYX, and I should be done with my face. And I had already sewed this wig down. It was underneath my little head wrap, but I only sewed down the U part around the hair that I had left out. Like the back of it is not even sewn down. I literally just did this hair and this look to go and take my business cards photos, and that is it. Do what you gotta do, girl, to make it work.